So I feel like a lot of people like having a lot of friends, having a lot of people around them, but I don't get that because it's a lot of envy and jealousy in this world. And once people start seeing you doing better than them, what do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna try to bring you down to the level, bro. And you don't want that. Because if we're being honest, most people they just like company in their misery. And do you want to really be in misery while they just do nothing with their life, while they just soak in their own rot, in their own just suffering? No, you don't. Separate yourself from the rest. And I'm saying that because a lot of people aren't going to be on the same mindset of you. They're not going to be on the same level as thinking of you. And it's actually sad that a lot of people in this generation, they just go with the crowd. They can't even take the time to actually sit in their own thoughts or just sit in how they feel. Because a lot of people, they're not even comfortable in their own bodies, bro. And that part is mind boggling. Because, bro, how do you not like your own thoughts? Yeah, you may have thoughts where you're saying, oh, you're not this and or you're not that. But, bro, you have to shut that out. That is not you. That is the enemy just trying to bring you down into more misery. And you don't want that. You don't want that. So I really recommend that you believe in a higher power. I believe in Jesus Christ. So that's my anchor. That is my savior, my salvation for me. But a lot of us just really need to have something where we can believe in and hold on to faith. Because a lot of people, they're just stuck in their thoughts, overthinking about this, thinking about how they want to be somewhere, but they're not doing anything. Thinking about how their life sucks, but they're not even doing anything to change it. And it's like, bro, just take the time to sit with yourself. You really have to. Because once you just start having people around you, oh, can we do this? Can we do that? What do you think is going to happen when there's going to be nobody for you? Because all we really do have in this life is ourselves. And all we can really do is count on ourselves. So just start now. Start doing what you like doing. Start going on solo dates. Start doing journaling about your feelings. Start doing daily affirmations saying how you're blessed, you're great. Things like that would start changing your mindset expeditiously, bro. And fast. Really. Because once we start feeding our minds with negativity, what do you think is going to be the outside of our bodies? Negative. People going to feel your energy. They're going to be like, oh, why is he like that? Why is he walking like that? No, you really don't want to be looked at like that, bro. You don't. You want people to feel happy off your energy, be, wanting to be around you. You don't want people to just be like scattered away from you. You don't. You want to be that good energy person where people actually want to come to you and talk to you. Because once you start building that good energy around you, people are going to wonder how you get like that. Why does he look like that? Why does he move like that? That is what you want. You don't want people to think negatively about you. Because once you start having people also start thinking negatively about you, I also feel like you're definitely feeling that. You're definitely feeling it because we have a sixth sense where we feel like somebody's staring at us, and that's definitely a real thing. Because you definitely feel people staring at you, and if you feel people staring at you and you already thinking negative about yourself, what do you think you're already gonna automatically say in your head? Oh, what do they think about me? What are they saying about me? But no, when you start having self-worth and confidence, you're gonna be like, oh, I'll probably smell like this. Oh, they like the way I look. That is what you want. You don't want negativity in your life. And that's why I'm saying having a small circle who think just like you and are on the same level as you, on the same level of grind, hustle, and actually achievement mode, you're gonna be so much better than everybody else who are just stuck in misery, stuck bed rotting, stuck not doing bullshit with their lives. Because a lot of people, they have potential. They just wasted doing bullshit. And it generally makes me mad because I see a lot of people, on social media, they have nice things. They are doing something that most people aren't doing. But it's like you're only posting eye candy for people who want to see that, and you're posting it for validation. Why? Why? Why do you truly care about what other people are going to think about you if you don't care about yourself, basically? If you don't care about what's in here and in here, you're cooked. You're fried automatically. You really are. Because if we take away these phones, bro, take away internet, there's going to be so many people who are going crazy in their own minds because they can't get that dopamine hit. They can't talk to their friends. and they just can't sit by themselves, which is crazy. You really just got to be comfortable with yourself, and you got to know yourself. You really do. And knowing yourself starts with having people that are surrounded with the same level of liking of you, who like doing the same things, who are on the same type of timing of you, and people who are actually going to support you by growing you, telling you the real, and not here and telling you what you want to hear. Because that's the thing too. A lot of people, they just want to hear things to make them feel good. No, we live in a reality where the world is not nice. The world doesn't care about how you feel. Yeah, feelings are, it's okay to feel sad, feel depressed, but at the end of the day, who is really going to be there for you once you're like down? Nobody. It's only going to be you and yourself and your thoughts. It really is. So having a small circle is definitely better than a big one, because once you start doing better, you're going to have haters. You're going to have doubters who try to bring you down. And you don't want that. So surround yourself by having people who are giving you the real on grind mode and she mode, and actually want you to succeed in life. Because most people, they just want you to fail. Everybody else, they just want you to fail. They do. They want to see you be on the same level as them, because it's going to make them feel better if you are actually going at something. And once you stop doing it because you're letting the doubts cloud your mind, which is bad. You don't want the doubts to cloud your mind, because you're showing them that you're weak. You are. You really are. So whoever is doubting you in your circle, yo, you got to get them out. You got to get them out. Only surround yourself with like-minded people who want to see you succeed, bro. And once you do, you're just going to start elevating each other. And it's not going to stop from there. You're just going to keep elevating and elevating. You just got to be careful around who you choose your energy with, bro.